Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you all for joining. Let's wait for another minute for everyone to join and settle in. Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining today's webinar. My name is Aryan, and on behalf of SamKit Infosystems, I would like to welcome you to this session on AI-enabled configuration suite for Oracle ERP Cloud. Today, we'll discuss three common challenges faced by Oracle ERP teams: extracting configurations from Oracle ERP environments, comparing configurations across environments, migrating configuration efficiently and accurately. We'll demonstrate how SAMKit Infosystems has developed powerful tools that help organizations significantly reduce effort, improve accuracy, and accelerate Oracle ERP projects. SAMKit Infosystems is a technology solutions company focused on helping organizations maximize the value of their Oracle investments. Our expertise includes Oracle ERP cloud implementations, governance, risk and compliance, security and control, ERP process optimization, and automation solutions. Over the years, we have worked with organizations facing recurring challenges around configuration management, particularly during implementation, support activities, audits, and ERP transformations. This experience led us to develop specialized tools that address some of the most consuming activities in Oracle ERP administration. Let's start with configuration extraction. Imagine you need to document all setup configurations within an Oracle ERP environment. Traditionally, you must navigate through multiple setup areas, run manual reports, export screenshots, capture configuration values, and consolidate information into spreadsheets. This process can take days or even weeks, depending on the application footprint. Common issues include incomplete documentation, human errors, missing setup values, significant effort during audits and projects, and by the time documentation is complete, the system configuration may already have changed. Now let's look at configuration comparison. One of the most common questions during projects is, what is the difference between test and production? Unfortunately, Oracle administrators often manually compare spreadsheet exports, setup reports, screenshots, and manual configuration documents. This creates several challenges, which are extremely time consuming analysis, large risk of overlooking differences, difficulty identifying root causes, and longer project timelines. When hundreds or even thousands of setups are involved, manual comparison becomes nearly impossible. The third challenge is configuration migration. Organizations frequently need to migrate configurations from development to SIT, SIT to UAT, UAT to production. Traditionally, this involves manual recreation of setups, CSV preparation, spreadsheet tracking, and validation activities. But the result? Longer deployment cycles, increased risk of missing configurations, rework during testing, and higher project costs. Every manual touchpoint introduces potential errors. To solve these challenges, SAMKit Infosystems has developed three integrated solutions: configuration extract tool that provides automated extraction of ERP configuration data, configuration compare tool, which identifies differences across Oracle ERP environments instantly, and configuration migration tools, which automates migration of selected configurations between environments. Together, These tools help organizations reduce manual effort, improve accuracy, accelerate deployments, strengthen governance, and most importantly, improve audit readiness. Now let's see these solutions in action by Mr. Nitin.
Thank you, Aryan. Hello, everyone. My name is Nitin, and as mentioned by Aryan, I'll be showcasing our three new tools in Fusion app. All three tools now come with a built-in agent called as Arya. So, without wasting any more time, let's just dive in. Now, I will be introducing the configuration suite based on use cases. Say, for example, first use case can be that you ask Arya to implement project billing in XYZ environment. Arya downloads the respective configurations which are required to configure project billing, produce configuration workbook of existing configuration in that area, ask relevant questions, and then produce configurations workbook required. Following that, once you give a go ahead, it can automatically configure that for you. Now, it's all this is possible, and in many other cases like this. However, we are still not there yet, and currently working on teaching Arya to that extent. Um, Another use case can be where suppose you are setting up a new business unit, and now in this case you want to set up your new business unit very close to an existing business unit. So you will first need to know what current configurations on the existing business units is. Then once you have the configuration from the current business unit, you will verify it. Then you need to configure the new business unit manually into a dev environment first, and then SIT, UAT, and so on. To do this process manually, it will be a time consuming and error prone activity. Now, just imagine that you have a tool to which you give a basic prompt and it does all this for you. Sounds amazing, right? Well, this is the reality, and our Fusion app has these capabilities. So let me show them to you. Now, before I jump into the new tools, let me first explain a few basic functionalities of Fusion app. This application allows you to define your environment connections once and then use the same across all the license tools. So this is where you define the connections. It is pretty straightforward. Just provide a unique name to identify the connection, the URL to your environment, and the username and password. That's it. If you wish, you can also use the SSO feature by just clicking this checkbox. In this case, you just need to provide the unique name and the URL to your environment. SSO also supports two-factor authentication. You can define as many connections as you want. There is no limitations as such. Now that the basic setup is done, let's move first to configuration extract. Now, this tool can be used either with an AI agent, or you can also manually select the modules. As you can see, the interface is very clean and easy to understand. So here you can select the connection that you want to use. Then you can select the functional areas such as finance, project, supply chain, HCM, or CX. Then you will select the particular module for which you wish to extract the configuration. Like in this case, you can select accounts payable, accounts receivable, assets or transaction tax, etc., all under the finance functional area. Then below you can either download all the configurations for the selected module, or you can even select a particular config item. Just fill in the parameters that are required, and select the folder where you wish to save the downloaded extracted files, and then click on run. Fusion app will now connect to your environment and download all configurations for the selected config item based on the selected business unit, in this case, a parameter basically. If you wish to use an AI agent, So you can simply click on the Ask Arya button over here, and then provide a basic prompt such as download payables and procurement configurations for business unit from Dev 29 environment. Uh, Arya, our AI agent, will then connect using the selected connection and start downloading the configuration to the selected folder. If you miss anything, the Arya will ask you relevant questions. It's smart enough that way. Let me just show you a sample file that configuration extract creates. So this is the file. As you can see, it has a index sheet where it will list down all the configurations that it has extracted from your environment, and then each configuration item will have its own individual sheets. So payable calendars has its own sheet, payment terms, tolerance template, tax regions. So these are the kind of different sheets that it will create. You can now use this file and make changes such as remove a particular configuration or edit it or even add a new row. Once you have done this, you are ready with a file that can be imported directly to your environment. Configuration migration, this is the tool that you will use to migrate to a different entity, your environment basically. So this is configuration migration screen. So once again, you can either use this tool manually or you can use the AI agent Arya. To upload configurations manually, first you will select a connection where you wish to migrate from this area, and then you will select the core category finance or any other that you wish to use from here, and then you will select the module to which you were going to migrate the configuration. This section allows you to select which configuration you wish to update on the environment. You can either select all or you can select a individual config item. If you think that you're going to you will be migrating the same set multiple times, you can also save this process from here, and next time you can just click on the load and select the saved process. You can then select a new file, and the application would then migrate the configuration to the selected business unit or environment. It's as simple as that. If you are using AI agent Arya, you can simply click on ask button over here and enter a prompt such as migrate the data from this file to accounts payable in business unit. That's it. Arya will now do the necessary process and migrate the data to the selected environment or the business unit. Now that you have extracted and migrated the configuration, you may want to compare them for assurance. That is where our next tool, configuration compare, will come. So this is configuration comparison. This tool will allow you to select two entities or two environments along with modules and the core functional area. Once the details are all passed in, you just click on run, and the application will download the configurations, then check the differences, and then it would create an Excel sheet where it will display the differences. It's that straightforward, but you can even make it easier by using the AI agent Arya. I'll show you this process directly in the application. So, as shown before, this is the dashboard of Fusion app. As you can see, all the available tools are present here. Depending on your license, you can access these tools. So we have created categories such as developer suite, risk management, process automation, audit suites, and tax. From here you can define the connections that we have seen already before, and you can also define connections to different other RDBMSs and NoSQLs from these two tabs over here. Now we are here to look at the configuration compare, which is under the developer suite. So you can just open the comparison by clicking on this tile, and there, this is the screen that will be displayed. So as shown before, this is the place where you can select the environments and the two entities, but this is not what we are here for. What we are here for is to see how Arya is going to help us, our AI agent is going to help us with the comparison. So here you have the button Ask Arya. Just click on it and enter a prompt. Let's say what prompt can be used. Say maybe please show me the accounts payable differences between US business unit and UK business unit. No, I think that question will take a long time to execute. Let me just ask one simple question here. Let's say compare say payables and procurement common options for say all business units between dev 49 and dev 29. So as you can see, I have not given the exact configuration name. Okay, so this is like payables and procurement common options, but I've just given a basic short forms of the names over here. Let's see what Arya does. So I'll just click on send. Now it has started thinking. I hope it doesn't think for a long time, but let's see what happens. Okay, so now you can see it has already identified that this configuration item belongs to accounts payable. That's a very good sign for us. And now it is running the compare for accounts payable. And there you go. It has produced the Excel file with the comparison. Okay. There is also something called as analyze with Arya. We'll come to this later, but so to analyze, what it is going to do is it is going to take this Excel file and then analyze and then give it a synopsis or a report of the comparison that it has found. So in this case, we strongly recommend that you first verify the information that is present in this Excel file. Now this is a demo environment that we have used to generate this file. So I'm 100% sure there is no sensitive data over here. But in your case, you may have certain information that you do not wish to provide to the cloud AI platforms. Though Arya will be using your enterprise AI account, either ChatGPT or Copilot, but we still strongly suggest that you do not pass any sensitive information to the AI platform. So we recommend that you verify the output by opening this Excel and make sure that there is nothing sensitive which you are going to share with AI. If there is anything at this stage that you want to remove from this file, you can do it and save this file. Okay, but like I said, this is a demo environment, so I'm least worried. So I'm just going to go back to my application and I'm going to say analyze with Arya. Now what it is going to do is it's going to use this Excel file and it is going to give me a certain report. As you can see, it has generated the report. So this is the summary of changes in payables and procurement common options. Now it has again used the same name that I had used earlier. So what it is doing is it is giving me the significant or the risky differences. So it has identified a few a few points which it thinks it is significant and it's a risky difference. So it is saying that multiple entries show different account numbers for liability across different business units, and it is also telling you this could lead to discrepancies in financial reporting and reconciliations. So this way it is showing you the significant risky differences. Then apart from this, it is also showing you some other notable differences. So invoice and payment settings, it has found some settings over here which it thinks that affect the payment processing and invoice management. Apart from that, it is also showing me sections with no differences. Okay, and then at the end it is giving me a synopsis of what it has found. So here we have just compared one config item. But just imagine when you're comparing config across all modules and numerous configuration items. This report can be very, very beneficial. And as you can see, Arya has created the file, and it is now giving me all the details that I want. So that's it. This is how configuration compare will work with Arya. Now, let me show you how we can utilize Arya to identify risks in your environment. So I come to configuration risk assessment, and uh, basically let's see how Arya will help us. So I'll just click on ask Arya and give it a basic prompt, such as, say, maybe, can you identify risk in accounts maybe receivable module for dev uh, dev 29 environment. Let's see what it does. If you miss any information while providing the prompt, don't worry, Arya will make it a point that it will ask you for details. But as you can see, it has understood the prompt, and now it is running some processes in the background, and it will do some processing, and it should produce, and it should present us with a file which we can verify to make sure that, so this is the file that it has generated. So we'll just open it and see, maybe verify if there is any sensitive information that we wish to remove. Say for example, you don't want to show the environment or the user that is there. So I'll just remove these things. I'll save the file, I'll close it, I'll go back to the application, and then I'll say I have reviewed it, analyze with Arya. Now, since we have removed the sensitive information that we wanted to remove, it has now taken that file again, and now it is analyzing and preparing a basic report. So as you can see, it has generated a good report over here. So it is giving me the executive summaries, it is giving me key findings by module. So see the way it has produced this report. So for example, you can take accounts receivable module. It allows changes to printed transactions. Now this is the finding, and then the exceptions that it is identified with, and several business units, like it is also giving me examples of the business unit where it has found this risk, have the ability to change printed invoices enabled, which could lead to unauthorized modifications of financial documents. So you can see the language that it has used. It is given in such a non-technical that even a non-technical person will understand and can instruct a technical person to change the configurations. You can see the key findings by each module. Okay, so there you can see that it is showing me all the modules where it has found some or the other risks, and like before, it is also suggesting me recommended remediations and actions that we can take, and also it is giving me a basic synopsis as what I can do to close the risks that are there. Uh, Although we have built AI capabilities and we are enhancing more, but still, if your organization AI policies are not yet finalized for finance systems, or if you are not comfortable in using AI yet, still our application can work without AI also. So let me make it very clear, it is very much possible to not use AI and yet get all these reports done as easily as I have shown you before. So you don't need to use only AI. Okay, so this can also work with AI, and we can disable or enable AI on demand, as it is tied to individual licenses. So there you go. This is what AI enabled configuration suite looks like. you can see how easy it has become to extract, to migrate, to compare, and even identify risks using AI. And like I said, not necessarily use AI, you can also do these things equally easily using manual processes also without using AI. So AI is disabled on your license, and yet you can extract, migrate, and compare and identify risks within your environment. So I sincerely hope that my demonstration has given you a very good insight in the capabilities of what our tools can do. Like mentioned before, this is still in the learning phase. We are still trying to teach ARIA to do a lot more things than what it is currently doing. And we soon hope to come up with a better version of ARIA. So I guess this brings me to the end of my session, and I will now hand it back over to Aryan. Thank you everyone for your time. Aryan, over to you.
Thank you, Nitin, for the amazing demo. Now, before we move on to the question and answer session, I would like to say that if you guys want a free trial of our tool, just simply drop config in the chat and we'll make sure to deliver it in your inboxes. Now, moving on to the question and answer session, I can see we have a couple of questions here in the chat. The first one is Nitin. How long does configuration documentation typically take in a medium to large Oracle ERP Cloud environment using manual methods?
Okay. So typically, we have witnessed that modules from finance CX projects take the least amount of time. You can say roughly 20 to 30 minutes for each module. But when it comes to supply chain or HCM, these takes roughly about an hour or two for each module. But please keep in mind that these durations are mainly for medium-sized setups. Larger setups may need more time.
Okay. And the second question is how frequently should an organization typically perform environment comparisons as part of change management?
Considering change management, we feel that this tool should be used monthly, but it again depends on the company policies regarding the changes.
All right. And is this solution aimed only at implementation projects or can it also support BAU and support teams?
It surely does help support teams, like during change management, the early question, the entire suite can come very handy.
Okay. And can the extract output be used directly for audit reviews and project documentation?
Yes, of course. These generated reports are created in such a way that you can directly present them during audits and use them as they are in project documentation.
Uh-huh. And does the comparison output distinguish between critical and non-critical differences?
Yes, it does. The insight or the analysis with analyze with ARIA points out significant and risky differences. Definitely.
Okay. And can we do the comparison from scratch? For example, payables module or items just compare or items just comparison the configuration? I don't
Uh,
understand.
can you
I'll read it again for
yeah,
you. Can we do
yeah,
the comparison from scratch? For example, payables module?
comparison? I think it's configuration they're trying to say. Yeah, configuration. Yeah, the configuration from the scratch. Yeah, for sure you can do that.
Okay. And does compare works on Oracle payroll, fast formulas, or value set SQL?
This question I think Atul will need to handle because he's the one who
Yes,
will
it
be able
does,
to answer
Nitin.
it more clearly.
It
Yeah,
does, Nitin. Yeah, it does.
yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So
So we'll be waiting for another 2 or 3 minutes for all the questions to drop by, and then we'll move on to concluding the session.
I think, Aryan, there is one more question about MacBook.
Okay, so yeah, does Fusion app work on MacBook, Nitin?
yes, yes, it does. We have a Windows version and a MacBook version, Apple version. Yes.
Got it. So let's wait for another 2 minutes for every any other question to drop in. So there's another question. Can you compare the whole of finance setup in one report?
Uh, you can, in terms of like if you're referring to accounts payable and accounts receivable and assets and cash management, everything together, no. You will need to take it individually, accounts payable individually, accounts receivable individually, but not as a whole finance module family as such together.
But using the ARIA, you can, Nitin, yeah. Using the ARIA, you can say that.
Arya,
You can
Arya
say
can
that.
use it, but again,
Mm.
the time constraints will have to be considered. But yeah, it is in a way possible. Yes.
With the ARIA, you can ask to compare the whole finance module, and then ARIA will make sure that what modules falls in finance, and then it will compare all and produce the output.
Yeah.
Let's wait for another minute more and then we'll proceed towards conclusion. Okay, so there's a question. Nitin, you showed analysis report only. Can you export it to Word document?
Uh, okay. So right now, Arya would not do that, but yes, you can copy it from there, the window that is there. But this is a good option. Yeah, we can definitely work out something and export it to Word.
So I guess there are no further questions. So thank you all for joining this webinar, and thank you Nitin for the amazing demonstration and everyone who made it possible. And we'll look forward to keep organizing such webinars in the future as well. Thank you all for joining and have a great day.
Thank you. Thank you.